June sat very still as the alien doctor waved a blue light over his body. The doctor had 6 eyes and skin like tree bark. June tried not to stare. "Human biology is so fragile," the doctor said. His voice sounded like rocks in a blender. "Are you sure you want to go to Stellar Academy? No human has ever gone before." June nodded. "I am sure. I have trained my whole life for this chance." The doctor made a noise that might have been a sigh. "Very well. Your papers are approved." June walked out of the medical center into the bright sunshine of Seoul. He looked up at the sky, where, somewhere beyond the blue, the massive Stellar Academy orbited a distant star. In 3 days, he would be the first human to study there. At home, June's mother cried as she helped him pack. "My son, going to study with aliens. Your father would be so proud." She held up his old taekwondo uniform. "Will you take this?" June smiled. "Yes, it reminds me of home." June had won many taekwondo championships. His kicks were famous in his school. But he knew aliens would be stronger. He had seen videos of Dravik students lifting cars with one arm. Others could run faster than bullets or breathe fire. "Humans are not the strongest," his taekwondo master had told him. "But we are smart. We are quick to learn. And we never give up." On the day of departure, a small crowd gathered to see him off. News cameras flashed. A government official shook his hand. "Remember, you represent all of Earth now," the official said. The alien ship that came for him was shaped like a giant teardrop. It glowed with soft green light. When June stepped inside, the gravity felt wrong. Everything was too light. An alien with 4 arms greeted him. "Welcome, human June. I am Captain Graff. The journey to Stellar Academy will take 6 hours in fold space." June tried to bow, but in the strange gravity, he nearly fell over. Captain Graff caught him with 2 of his 4 arms. "Careful," Captain Graff said. "You will need time to adjust." During the flight, June watched Earth disappear into a tiny blue dot. His stomach felt sick from the fold space jumps, but he did not complain. Captain Graff brought him a drink that tasted like mint and metal. "This will help with the sickness. Most new students feel it." "Are there other new students from different planets?" June asked. "Oh yes. Stellar Academy takes the best students from over 300 worlds. You are the first human, though." June looked at the stars streaking by. "Why did they pick me?" Captain Graff's 4 eyes blinked in sequence. "Your test scores were impressive. But also, the Council is curious about humans. Your species is young but spreading quickly through your solar system. Some find that concerning." "We just want to learn," June said. "Let us hope so," Captain Graff replied. When they arrived, June's first view of Stellar Academy took his breath away. It was a massive ring floating in space, with spires and domes of every color. Ships zipped around it like bees around a flower. "Home for the next 3 years," Captain Graff said. As they docked, June saw a group of large students watching through a viewport. They had ridged foreheads and thick, scaled skin. Their eyes narrowed when they saw him. "Draviks," Captain Graff whispered. "They are the top combat students. They do not look happy to see you." June straightened his back and took a deep breath. He remembered his master's words. "When others doubt you, that is when you must believe in yourself the most." He stepped off the ship, ready to face whatever came next. June followed a floating robot down a long hallway. The walls changed colors as they walked. The floor hummed under his feet. Other students passed by. Some had too many limbs. Some had no limbs at all. One student was just a cloud of green gas wearing a name tag. "This is your room," the robot said. Its voice was soft and friendly. "Your roommate is already inside." The door slid open. June stepped in and saw a being with 4 arms and skin like polished metal. He was arranging glowing crystals on a shelf. "Hello," June said. "I am June. From Earth." The metal being turned. His face had no mouth, but a panel on his chest lit up when he spoke. "I am Tak. From the Orcs system. The lights on his chest pulsed. You are the human everyone is talking about. June put his bag down. I hope that is good. Tak's chest panel flickered with what might have been laughter. Some good, some bad. The Draviks think humans are too weak for this school. And what do you think? June asked. I think anyone who passed the entrance tests deserves to be here. Tak pointed to June's bag. What is that cloth thing sticking out? June pulled out his taekwondo uniform. This is what I wear when I practice martial arts. It is called a dobok. Tak's eyes whirled with interest. You fight. But humans have no natural weapons. We do not need claws or extra strength, June said. We train to use our bodies in the best way. A bell sound filled the room. Orientation time, Tak said. I will show you the way. The main hall was enormous. Thousands of students from hundreds of worlds sat on floating platforms. At the front, a being made of pure light hovered above a stage. Welcome to Stellar Academy, the light being said. I am Headmaster Lum. For 50 years, we have brought together the brightest minds in the galaxy. June listened carefully as Headmaster Lum explained the rules and classes. The gravity in the school changed in different zones. Some areas had water instead of air. There were warning lights for dangerous areas. And finally, Headmaster Lum said, we welcome our first human student, June from Earth. A spotlight found June. Everyone turned to look at him. Some students whispered. Others made clicking sounds or hummed. From across the room, June saw the Dravik students. Their leader was tall with red scales and black eyes. He stared at June and made a cutting motion across his thick neck. After orientation, Tak showed June the food hall. Strange smells filled the air. Your food is over there, Tak pointed. The yellow machine makes Earth food. June got a tray of rice and vegetables. He sat down at an empty table. Soon, a blob of blue jelly slid onto the bench beside him. Hello, human, the blob said. I am Sung. May I join you? Yes, please, June said. A plant-like girl with leaves for hair sat across from them. I am Mina, she said. Her voice sounded like wind through trees. I watched your planet's videos. Your oceans are beautiful. June smiled. Thank you. Suddenly, a shadow fell over their table. The red-scaled Dravik stood there with 4 friends. All were twice June's size. So, the red Dravik said, this is the human. His voice was deep and rough. I am Jin, top combat student. In my opinion, humans do not belong here. June stood up slowly. He was only chest-high to Jin. The academy accepted me, June said calmly. That is all that matters. Jin laughed. The sound was like breaking metal. We will see how long you last, small human. The gravity changes alone might break your fragile bones. Jin knocked June's tray to the floor and walked away. His friends laughed. Mina helped clean up the mess. Do not mind them, she said. Draviks always act tough. Are you okay? Sung asked. June nodded. Yes, this is not my first bully. He watched Jin walk away and remembered his master's words. True strength is not in making others fear you, but in staying calm when others try to make you afraid. 2 weeks passed. June did well in his classes about stars, math, and alien languages. His quick mind impressed his teachers. But physical training class was hard. The gym had different gravity settings. Some days it was too heavy. Some days it was too light. The Dravik students could lift huge weights. The gas cloud students could move faster than eyes could see. Today we test your natural combat abilities, said Coach Dunn. He looked like a big rock with arms and legs. Jin, the Dravik leader, stepped forward first. He fought a training robot. With one punch, Jin broke the robot in half. His friends cheered. Other students showed their skills. Tak could bend his metal arms in all directions. Some could slip through tiny cracks. Muna could make vines grow to trap opponents. When it was June's turn, Jin laughed. What can the human do? They have no claws, no extra limbs, no special powers. June stood calmly in the center of the training area. The robot circled him. It was 3 times his size. "Begin," said Coach Dunn. The robot rushed at June. It was very fast. June waited until the last second, then stepped to the side. The robot missed him. Before it could turn, June kicked its leg joint. The robot stumbled. June moved in a circle, always staying behind the robot. He kicked again and again, hitting the same spot each time. After 5 kicks, the joint broke. The robot fell down. The class was quiet. "Interesting," said Coach Dunn. "You did not try to match its strength. You found a weak spot." Jin snorted. "Lucky. Against a real fighter, the human would lose." A new voice spoke from the doorway. "Perhaps we should see that." Everyone turned. A woman with Korean features stood there. She wore teacher's robes, but she looked human. "Professor Hana," Coach Dunn said with respect. "What brings you to my class?" "I heard we have a human student," Professor Hana said. "I wanted to meet him." June bowed to her. "You look human too." Professor Hana smiled. "My ancestors left Earth 500 years ago. We have changed a little, but not much." She turned to Coach Dunn. "May I borrow your class for a demonstration?" Coach Dunn nodded. Professor Hana stepped onto the training floor. "June, I see you know Taekwondo. Will you show your classmates what human martial arts look like?" June nodded. He took off his academy jacket and stood in his training clothes. "Jin," Professor Hana said, "would you help with this demonstration?" Jin smiled with all his sharp teeth. "Happy to." "You will try to tag June," Professor Hana explained. "Just a touch, not a real hit. June will defend himself using only human techniques." Jin laughed. "This will take 2 seconds." June took a deep breath. He centered himself and took his fighting stance. "Begin," said Professor Hana. Jin charged forward like a bull. He was fast for his size, but June was ready. He spun away from Jin's reach. Jin stumbled, surprised at missing his target. Jin tried again. He swung his powerful arms. June ducked under them. He did not try to block Jin's strikes. That would be foolish against such strength. Instead, he avoided them. "Stand still," Jin growled. "In Taekwondo," June explained as he moved, "we use the other person's energy against them. You are strong, but strength means nothing if you cannot hit your target." Jin ran at June again. This time, June stepped to the side and stuck out his foot. Jin tripped and fell hard on the floor. The class gasped. Jin got up, his face dark with anger. He charged once more. June jumped high and spun. His foot almost touched Jin's head before he pulled back the kick. "That would have been a point in my favor," June said. Jin stood frozen, surprised that June could kick so high. Professor Hana clapped her hands. "Enough. Thank you both." She turned to the class. "This is why we study different species. Humans may not be the strongest or fastest, but their fighting arts use balance, precision, and strategy." Jin walked away, not looking at anyone. His friends followed. Tak came to June. "That was amazing. You must teach me that spinning kick." Mina and Sung joined them. "Can we learn too?" Mina asked. June smiled. For the first time since coming to the academy, he felt like he truly belonged. After classes each day, June and his friends met in an empty study room. June had started teaching them basic Taekwondo moves. "Bend your knee more," June told Tak. The metal student tried to copy June's stance. "This is hard with 4 arms," Tak said. "Just use 2 for now," June suggested. "Keep the other 2 behind your back." Sung the Blob had no legs, but he could shape his body to make kick-like movements. Mina was the best student. Her plant body was very flexible. "Why is balance so important?" Mina asked as she practiced standing on one foot. "Because in a fight, if you lose your balance, you lose everything. June explained. A strong kick comes from a strong stance. They practiced for an hour. By the end, all three friends could do basic blocks and simple kicks. On Earth, we end practice by bowing to each other, June said. It shows respect. His friends tried to bow. Tak bowed too deeply and fell over. They all laughed. Tomorrow, we will work on falling safely, June promised. As they left the room, they saw Jin and two other Draviks watching them. Playing games? Jin asked with a mean smile. Training, June said simply. Jin snorted. That is not real training. Come to the combat zone tomorrow if you want to see real fighting. After Jin left, Minna looked worried. The combat zone is dangerous. Students get hurt there. Jin is planning something, Sung said. His blue body rippled with concern. The next day, they went to the combat zone after classes. It was a large room with many fighting rings. Students from all years came to test their skills. Jin saw them enter. The human comes to watch real fighters. He called out loudly. Many students turned to look. June walked calmly to where Jin stood. We came to learn. Then learn this, Jin said. In the combat zone, anyone can challenge anyone. I challenge you, human. The room got quiet. Everyone watched. No, Jin, said a stern voice. Professor Hana walked into the room. First-year students cannot fight third years. It is against the rules. Jin looked angry but backed down. Another time then, he said to June. Professor Hana motioned for June to follow her. They walked to her office. Be careful around Jin, she said when they were alone. His family has strong connections in the Dravik military. He is used to getting his way. Why does he dislike humans so much? June asked. Professor Hana sighed. Draviks value strength above all else. They see humans as weak. It bothers Jin that you were accepted to this school. She looked at June closely. I saw you teaching your friends. That is good. Building connections between different species is what this academy is all about. The next day, more students came to watch June's training session. A tall bird-like student named Kwan asked if he could join. Then two small furry students asked too. By the end of the week, June had 10 students of different species. They practiced in a bigger room now. Today we will learn about pressure points, June said. Every species has spots where a small hit can have a big effect. Even Draviks? Asked Kwan. Yes, June said. I have been studying alien biology. Every body has weak spots. He showed them charts he had made. Draviks are strong, but they have a nerve cluster at the base of the skull. It is a small target, but a precise hit there can stun them. You have been studying us all, Tak said with surprise. June nodded. A good fighter knows both themselves and their opponent. Are you expecting to fight someone? Minna asked. No, June said, but it is good to be prepared. As they practiced, none of them noticed Jin's friend watching from the doorway, listening to everything June said. Strange messages began to appear on the school walls. Draviks rule, and weak species out, were written in glowing paint. Teachers tried to remove them, but new ones appeared every day. Headmaster Lum called a special meeting. All students gathered in the main hall. Our school has always welcomed all species, Headmaster Lum said. His light body glowed dimly, showing he was upset. These messages of hate must stop. In the crowd, June saw Jin and his friends smirking. After the meeting, June and his friends walked to class together. Other students now walked in groups too. No one wanted to be alone. Things are getting worse, Tak said. Yesterday, a first year was pushed down the gravity stairs. The gravity stairs changed weight as you walked. If you fell, you could get very hurt. Who did it? June asked. No one saw, Minna said, but the student was from the Fedran system. Draviks hate Fedrans, Sung explained. Their planets have been fighting for years. In class, Professor Hana seemed worried. She taught about Earth history, But today she talked about space politics. The galaxy is in a difficult time, she said. Many planets disagree about trade and territory. These problems sometimes come to our school too. After class, she asked June to stay. Your taekwondo classes are getting popular, she said. Over 20 students now, I hear. June nodded. We practice every day. Be careful, Professor Hana warned. Some see your teaching as political. It is just exercise, June said. But you teach mostly students from smaller, less powerful worlds, Professor Hana pointed out. Jin and his friends noticed this. That night, June couldn't sleep. He got up to get water. In the hallway, he heard voices around the corner. He stopped to listen. The plan is set for the Unity Festival, a deep voice said. June recognized it as Jin's. When the diplomats are all here, we make our move. What about the human and his group? Another voice asked. They will not be a problem, Jin said. We have special plans for them. June stepped back quietly and returned to his room. He woke Tak up. Jin is planning something bad for the Unity Festival, June whispered. The Unity Festival was in 3 days. It was the biggest event of the year. Important people from all over the galaxy would attend. We need to tell someone, Tak said. Who? June asked. We have no proof. The next day, they told their friends. Everyone was worried. We should watch Jin, Quan suggested. See what he does. They made a plan. Each would take turns following Jin and his friends. They would use their school tablets to record anything suspicious. That afternoon, Minna was following Jin when she saw him enter a restricted area, the environmental control room. This room controlled air, gravity, and temperature for the whole school. Only teachers and staff could go there. Minna recorded Jin using a stolen card to enter. She sent the video to June right away. June took the video to Professor Hana. She looked very serious when she saw it. This is bad, she said. I will take this to Headmaster Lum. But the next morning, Professor Hana wasn't in class. A different teacher said she had been called away on urgent business. At lunch, June and his friends sat together, worried. Something is wrong, June said. Professor Hana would not leave without telling me. Suddenly, their tablets beeped. A message from the school system. Unity Festival moved to main hall tomorrow. All students must attend. That's strange, Sung said. The festival is always held in the big dome. Jin changed the location, Jun realized. The main hall is connected to the environmental controls. What do we do? Minna asked, her leaf hair trembling. June looked at his friends. We keep watching and get ready. Whatever Jin is planning, we need to be prepared to stop it. The day of the Unity Festival arrived. The main hall was filled with students and important guests. Flags from hundreds of worlds hung from the ceiling. Food from all planets was served on long tables. June and his friends stayed close together. They watched Jin and his group carefully. Jin has 15 Draviks with him today, Tak said. They all wear the same black band on their arm. And look, Minna pointed. They are all standing near the exits. Headmaster Lum floated onto the stage. His light body glowed brightly. Welcome to our yearly Unity Festival. Today we celebrate peace among all worlds, he said. I am happy to introduce our special guests. The Galactic Peace Council. 10 important-looking aliens walked onto the stage. They wore fancy clothes with many medals. The crowd clapped. Something is wrong. Some whispered to June. Where are the teachers? I only see a few. June looked around. He was right. Most teachers were missing, including Professor Hana. Suddenly, the lights flickered. The air felt colder. A deep alarm sound started to play. Attention, said a computer voice. Environmental system malfunction. Emergency lockdown beginning. Heavy doors slid down over the exits. Students began to panic. On stage, Headmaster Lum tried to calm everyone. Please remain calm. This is just a His voice cut off as Jin stepped onto the stage. Jin held a strange device in his hand. "This is not a malfunction," Jin said, his voice booming through the speakers. "This is a demonstration of power." The Draviks moved through the crowd, pushing people back. They all had weapons now. "The so-called Peace Council has failed," Jin continued. "They talk about unity while Dravik worlds suffer under unfair trade rules." On stage, the council members looked scared. Two tried to leave, but Draviks blocked their way. "We have taken control of the environmental systems," Jin said. "We can change the gravity, the air, the temperature. We can make it comfortable for Draviks and deadly for everyone else." To prove his point, he pressed a button. The gravity increased. Many students fell to the floor, unable to stand. The council members collapsed. Only the Draviks stayed standing, their strong legs supporting the heavy gravity. "What do they want?" Quan asked, struggling to breathe. "Power," Jun said. "They are using us to send a message to the galaxy." Jin looked out at the suffering crowd. "We have sent our demands to the Council's homeworlds. Until they agree, we stay in control." He pressed another button. The gravity returned to normal. Everyone gasped for air. "See, we can be merciful," Jin said with a cruel smile. "Or not." In the back of the hall, Jun gathered his friends. "We need to do something," he said. "What can we do?" Tak asked. "They have weapons and control the systems." Jun thought hard. "The control room. If we can get there, we might be able to override what they've done." "But how?" Sung asked. "The halls are guarded." Jun looked up at the ceiling. "The air ducts. I've studied the school maps. They connect everything." "You're too big to fit in there," Minna said. "No, I'm not," Jun said. "Humans are smaller than Draviks. The ducts were built big enough for maintenance robots." "I'll go with you," Minna offered. Her plant body could squeeze through tight spaces. "Me too," Sung said. As a blob, he could flow through any opening. "I'll stay here," Tak said. "Keep an eye on things and distract them if needed." Jun looked at his friends. He felt proud of their courage. "We need to move fast," he said. Jin said they have the teachers somewhere. If we free them, they can help. "How do we get to the ducts without being seen?" Minna asked. As if answering her question, the lights suddenly went out completely. The emergency lights came on, casting red shadows everywhere. "Perfect," Jun said. "Let's go now, while everyone is confused." In the darkness, they slipped away toward the bathroom, where Jun knew there was an access panel to the air system. Jun crawled through the dark air ducts. They were bigger than he expected, but still tight. Minna followed close behind him. Some moved like water across the metal surface. "Turn left here," Jun whispered. He had memorized the school maps during his first week. "The control room should be below us soon." They moved silently. Through small holes in the ducts, they could see Draviks patrolling the halls. Everyone else was locked in the main hall. After 10 minutes of crawling, they reached a grate above the environmental control room. Jun looked down through the metal bars. Inside, he saw Jin alone at the main control panel. The room was filled with screens showing different parts of the school. One screen showed the main hall where the festival was happening. Another showed a storage room where the teachers were tied up. "Jin is alone," Jun whispered. "This is our chance." Carefully, they removed the grate. It was heavy, but they managed to lift it without making noise. "I'll go first," Jun said. "Sung, can you flow down and check if there are hidden guards?" Sung stretched his jelly body through the opening. He moved along the ceiling like a blue shadow, looking in all corners. Then he came back up. "No one else," Sung confirmed. "Just Jin." Jun nodded. "Here's the plan. I will drop down and deal with Jin. Minna, use your plant skills to grow vines around the door. Block it in case other Draviks come. Sung, look at the controls and see if you can figure out how to free the teachers." Mina and Sung nodded. They had practiced working together in Jun's taekwondo classes. They trusted each other. Jun took a deep breath. He remembered all his training. He thought about the pressure point at the base of a Dravic's skull, the one spot where their tough skin was thin enough to affect the nerves beneath. He would have one chance to get this right. Jun dropped silently from the duct. He landed in a crouch behind a tall machine. Jin didn't hear him. The Dravic was too busy typing commands into the control panel. On one screen, Jun could see the gravity in the main hall was changing again. Students were being lifted off the floor, then slammed down. Jin was playing with them like toys. Jun stepped out from his hiding place. "Jin," he said calmly. The Dravic spun around, surprised. His yellow eyes widened when he saw the human. "You, how did you get here?" Jin growled. He reached for a weapon on his belt. Jun didn't answer. He had no time for talk. He had to end this now, before Jin could call for help. In one smooth motion, Jun ran forward. Jin swung his arm to hit him. Jun ducked under the blow. He spun on his left foot, gathering all his strength and focus. His right leg shot up in a perfect spinning hook kick. Time seemed to slow down. Jun's foot arced through the air with precision. He aimed for the exact spot he had studied, the small area at the base of Jin's skull where the nerves connected to the brain. His foot connected. There was a soft thud, not very loud. Jin's eyes went wide. Then the big Dravic collapsed to the floor without a sound. Mina and Sung dropped down from the duct. They stared at Jin's still body, then at Jun. "Is he?" Mina asked. "He's unconscious," Jun said. "He'll wake up in a few hours with a bad headache." Sung moved to the control panel. "What now?" Jun looked at the screens. "First, we free the teachers. Then we reset the environmental controls. Can you figure it out?" Sung stretched his blob body over the controls. "I think so. This system is like the one in science lab." Mina grew vines around Jin's arms and legs, tying him to a pipe. Then she did the same to the door, blocking it with thick green vines. "I found the teacher's room," Sung said, unlocking it now. On the screen, they saw the door to the storage room open. Professor Hana was the first one out. She quickly organized the other teachers. "Good," Jun said. "Now for the main hall." He used Jin's security card to unlock the system. Following Sung's directions, he reset the gravity and opened the exit doors. On the screens, they watched as teachers rushed to the main hall. The Dravic students, seeing their leader gone and the systems reset, began to surrender. "We did it," Mina said, her leaf hair glowing with happiness. "And you did it with just one kick," Sung added. Jun smiled. "Taekwondo is not about how many kicks you can do. It's about doing the right kick at the right time." Alarms still rang through the school as Jun and his friends left the control room. They had tied Jin securely with Mina's vines. 2 teacher guards came to watch him. "We need to get back to the main hall," Jun said. "Tak is still there." They ran through the now open hallways. When they reached the main hall, they found chaos. Teachers were trying to calm students. Security teams led away Jin's Dravic friends in restraints. Tak pushed through the crowd when he saw them. His metal body was dented in places. "You did it," he said, all 4 arms reaching to hug them. The system reset and the doors opened. "What happened here?" Sung asked, looking at Tak's dents. When the systems reset, Jin's friends knew something was wrong. Tak explained. "They tried to take hostages. I and some others fought them until teachers arrived. Professor Hana found them in a crowd. She looked tired but relieved. "Jun," she said, "Headmaster Lum wants to see you and your friends immediately." They followed her to a small room off the main hall. Inside, Headmaster Lum floated above his desk. The light of his body pulsed with different colors. The members of the Peace Council stood nearby. "These are the students who saved us," asked a tall blue alien with 3 eyes. "Yes, Ambassador," Headmaster Lum said. June, please tell us what happened. June explained everything simply. How they discovered Jin's plan. How they used the air ducts to reach the control room. How he had studied Dravik pressure points and used that knowledge to stop Jin with a single precise kick. The ambassadors listened with great interest. Most impressive, said a small ambassador covered in silver fur. Especially for a human. We were told humans were physically weak. Our strength is not in our muscles, Jun said. It's in here. He pointed to his head. And here. He pointed to his heart. Indeed, said Headmaster Lum. Jin and his friends had weapons, control of our systems, and superior physical strength. Yet they were defeated by students using intelligence, teamwork, and precise knowledge. One of the ambassadors stepped forward. She looked a bit like a tall insect. Young human, she said to June. Your actions today may have prevented a major diplomatic incident. The Dravik students were being directed by extremists back on their homeworld. They wanted to use this attack to start a larger conflict. Professor Hana nodded. We found communications on Jin's tablet. This was not just a student protest. It was part of a planned military action. All stopped by a single kick, Tak said with pride in his voice. Mina spoke up. Not just the kick. It was everything Jun taught us. About working together, about using our different abilities, about finding peaceful solutions first. And being prepared if peaceful solutions fail, Sung added. The ambassadors looked at each other. Something silent passed between them. We have been debating for years about including Earth in the Galactic Alliance, said the blue three-eyed ambassador. Some thought humans were too primitive, too violent, too unpredictable. Today has given us much to reconsider, said the insect ambassador. Perhaps humans bring something unique to our community. Headmaster Lum's light brightened. I believe they do. June has shown us that strength comes in many forms. A small alarm beeped on the wall. One of the teachers checked it. The medical team has finished checking all students, she reported. Everyone is safe. Some minor injuries, nothing serious. June felt relief wash over him. No one had been badly hurt. What will happen to Jin and his friends? He asked. They will be sent home, Headmaster Lum said. Their actions have diplomatic consequences that go beyond school rules. Professor Hana put her hand on June's shoulder. For now, you four should rest. Tomorrow will bring many questions, and I suspect many thanks. As they left the room, students lined the hallway. They clapped as Jun and his friends passed. Some bowed the way Jun had taught in his classes. I think your taekwondo classes will be very popular now, Tak said. Jun smiled, but he felt strange. He had not wanted fame. He had only wanted to help. 1 month after the Unity Festival incident, Stellar Academy was back to normal. Classes continued. Students walked the halls freely again. But some things had changed. Jun's taekwondo class now had over 50 students. They met in the large gym 3 times a week. Students from all species wanted to learn the human way of fighting. Today was special. Jun stood in front of his class in his white dobok. His friends were at the front row. Tak, Mina, and Sung. They wore white uniforms too, made to fit their different bodies. Today we test for your first belt, Jun said. Remember, the belt is not just about fighting skill. It is about discipline, respect, and control. The gym doors opened. Headmaster Lum floated in with several teachers and guests. Among them were 2 humans Jun had never seen before. We have special visitors, Jun told his class. Please show your best form. One by one, students demonstrated what they had learned. Tak showed perfect blocks with his forearms. Mina performed high kicks that seemed to defy gravity. Sung shaped his blob body into precise forms. When all had finished, Headmaster Lum came forward. Impressive, he said. Jun, please meet our guests. The 2 humans stepped forward. One was an older man with gray hair. The other was a young woman in a space uniform. This is Ambassador Kim from Earth, Headmaster Lum said, and Captain Park of the Earth Space Corps. June bowed deeply to them. "We came to see the human who changed galactic politics with a single kick," Ambassador Kim said with a smile. "I didn't mean to change politics," Jun said honestly. "I just wanted to help my friends." "That's exactly why it mattered," Captain Park said. "You showed that humans don't seek power for its own sake." Ambassador Kim nodded. "The Galactic Council has voted. Earth will join the Alliance next month. Your actions helped make this possible." Jun felt his face grow warm. He had not expected his small actions to have such big results. "There's more," Headmaster Lum said. "The Academy is starting a new combat ethics program. We want you to help design it." "Jun." "Me?" Jun was surprised. "Yes," Professor Hannah said, joining them. "Your approach combines technical skill with moral principles. That's what we need to teach all species." After the guests left, Jun's friends gathered around him. "You're famous now," Tak said, his metal face glowing with happiness. "Does this mean you're leaving us?" Minna asked, her leaf hair drooping slightly. "No," Jun said. "I still have 2 more years here. We have much more to learn together." That evening, Jun sat alone on the observation deck. Through the big window, he could see the stars and distant planets. Somewhere out there was Earth, his home. He heard footsteps behind him. It was Quan, the bird-like student. "May I join you?" Quan asked. Jun nodded. They sat in silence for a moment. "I was thinking about what you taught us," Quan said finally. "About how true strength isn't about being the biggest or most powerful. It's about using what you have in the best way," Jun said. Quan looked at the stars. "Before you came, many of us from smaller species felt less important. The Draviks and other strong species seem to matter more." "Everyone matters," Jun said. "Each species has something to teach others." "That's what you showed us," Quan said. "With one kick, you proved that being different isn't being weak." More students began to arrive on the deck. Soon, many of Jun's friends were there. They all wanted to watch the stars together. As they talked and laughed, Jun thought about his journey. He had come to Stellar Academy feeling small and out of place. Now he felt at home among these strange and wonderful beings from across the galaxy. He had earned their respect not by trying to be like them, but by being the best human he could be. By sharing what made humans special: creativity, adaptability, and the belief that size and strength weren't everything. One kick had shown the galaxy what humans could do, but it was friendship, Jun realized, that truly brought different worlds together.